Welcome to the Rise of the Bloodborn. I'm going to tell you how the new packs work because they're a little bit different than normal packs, and then I'm going to open the entire set. As you see, I have enough gold to just buy the entire set, and we're going to talk about all the cards. I'm going to talk about all the cards, show you the entire set. Let's go. So, first we got to buy these packs, which is presumably going to take a while. Oh no, you can just type it in. Okay, so I can only buy 13. So there are 39 cards in this set, and that means that once you buy 13 of them, you have the whole set, because in each pack there are only 3 cards, but you get 3 copies of everything you open. So I now have 3 Geomancers, not just 1. I have 3 Trinity Oath, not just 1. 3 Aphotic Drain, not just 1. And now I'll never get these cards again. So I'm just going to explain really quick the rest of how the packs work, and then we'll talk about these cards. So in the remaining 12 orbs I get, I'm not ever going to open these again, and you can't craft these or get rid of them. I just have them now. And over the course of these other orbs, I'm going to open exactly and only all 3 copies of all the other cards in the set. So I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, ask me in the comments, but that's basically how it works. You get 3 copies of 3 random cards from the set out of the 39 cards, and then you do not get those again. And these orbs cost 300 gold. You might not have seen earlier, they're 300 gold, not 100 gold. So that's how it works. Let's start talking about the cards. So, Geomancer. This card makes me a little annoyed. I don't like how much reach it gives Songhai. I don't like that it gives them a crazy version of Phase Bloodborne spell, but it's 5 mana. Like, this comes down a little slow, so it's probably not a huge problem. Anyway, Aphotic Drain. This seems kinda good. I feel like the ability to self-heal like this is maybe not something Abyssian needs because they have Sworn Sister Kalino, or Shadow Sister Kalino, but it's kind of like Sundrop Elixir, which is a good card. I don't know. Go figure. Draw 3 cards for 4 mana is good. I think that's pretty good. And it heals you for a little bit to offset the tempo you lose. Seems okay. I think this is pretty bad. This is maybe going to see play, might just be too slow for Songhai. This is probably pretty good. I'm just not sure there's a deck for it. Next 3. Ooh baby, a legendary. Oh yeah, this guy. Okay, this is... okay. If the games in this new meta go long enough for this card to like come down, this card is nuts. I think this card is straight busted. Like, it just hits everywhere. It hits everything everywhere. Super good card. Very good bomb. Very good bomb. It's agile. Ooh, I haven't seen this one. This is one of the ones that was not revealed when I first... Ooh, this seems good. Okay, so a 5/6 for 5. That's a slightly above average body, as long as the body has an ability compared to other 5-drops. And then your general can move twice as far. That seems really strong. Oh, it's a Vitruvian only card. Okay, that's a little more reasonable. That seems really good in Saj. Sciona Saj decks. I like that card, that's cool. Ethereal Blades. Give a friendly minion and your general to attack this turn. Huh. Seems good in Xerix. Huh. There's a card in here that's like your obelisk can attack 1 turn, which is kind of cool. Or 1 obelisk can attack 1 turn. What? Your Bloodborne spell costs 3 and is now awesome. How awesome? How is it awesome? I want to know what it does. We might have to jump into a game and test that. What does it do? 7/7 for 7. So it's gotta be. It better be awesome. It costs more, and it better be awesome. It's worth noting that because it costs 3, even if you play this on turn when you have 9 mana, you can't use your Bloodborne spell right away. So it really better be good. Neutral card. 5/4, your Bloodborne spell's 1 less to activate. Yeah, this was revealed before I started opening these packs, and it seems kind of good. I don't know. I'm not sure. It seems good with Fae or Starhorn, where you like usually just want to spam their power and like flood stuff out. I don't know. Seems kind of mediocre, honestly. All friendly minions gain +1 attack, including itself. So Blood Surge is it activates after you use your Bloodborne spell. If you play Hearthstone, it's exactly like Inspire. It's a 3 mana 2/4, so that's not bad. So if its ability activates once, it's okay. It's good. It's a 3 mana 3/4. This seems okay. Probably won't see play because it's not strong enough, but it seems interesting. It seems okay. Ooh, baby. As you can see, you get lots of legendaries because there's not that many cards in this set. Oh yeah, I saw this one. Okay, so, yeah, this is basically like Vath gets a finisher now. And this is not that expensive, you know, it's only 4. I think this one's probably going to see play. There's probably going to be like an Adamantite Claws deck where you just slam this and get like 15 attack and kill people. Seems really good. I like that it doesn't cost that much and it's not that bad a body anyway. I think this will probably see play. I think that's good. Maybe we'll make a deck with that. This is probably super good, but I don't know how. I think that as more cards get added that let you draw a lot of cards in Magmar, there will be crazy, crazy combo decks, but I'm not sure if this is good right now. Lionar Kingdoms. Deal 4 damage to a minion and your general. This is so good. What? What? That's extremely strong. So strong. The general damage means absolutely nothing in a faction like Lionar. This is so good. This is a super good card. Oh, 4 damage to a minion for 1 mana. That's brutal. Alright, I'm not going to open Legendary first every time. Sleet Dasher. That's a cool name. Whenever this minion destroys an enemy, reactivate it. What? Okay, that's actually sweet. What? Okay, that's so good. This is really, really good. And Vanar doesn't even have, like, completely clogged up 4-drops. Wow, this is so good. Oh, man, that's really good. This just, like, your opponent's early game just gets, like, devoured by this card. That's sick. That's absolutely sick. This is one that was out that I've seen before. I think this is pretty good. It's a very solid body. 3/4 for 3 is a very good body. And the Blood Surge effect is very strong. Kind of thing you can just always have. You don't really have to plan around it. It's just value. I think this is quite a good card. Quite a solid card. Good with that other card we just saw. Twilight Fox. Yeah, I don't really like this one. I'm not a big Songhai player, so full disclosure. But I just feel like teleporting the enemies close to you does not often enough do you good for this to be a good card. If we were still in the place where that backstab mask was good, maybe this would be good, but I don't know. I don't think it's good. I also don't like Songhai, so go figure. Tell me if you think that's good in the comments, because I really don't. Volknew's Seal. Summon an egg that hatches into a copy of your general! What does that mean? Like, you just get... What? What does this do? So you get like a 225 or like whatever your general is as just like a unit, or does it count as your general and they both have to be killed? Is this like amazing, or am I missing something? What? That seems so good. Okay, cool. Whoa! They remade draw 2 cards. So if any of you don't know, if any of you weren't playing Duelyst at this time, Vitruvian Scion's Second Wish used to be this exact card. It was 3 mana, draw 2 cards. That's what Scion's Second Wish used to be, and then they turned them all into buff spells to make them like more connected. Wow. This is, yeah, because it was really good. Like, card advantage like this is so good in Duelyst right now. Super good card, super exciting, glad to see it back. I saw this card before we started opening packs. I think it's good. I think this card is actually super good. I think it's good in like, you play like Lilith as your general, but you don't play Swarm. You just play like Darkfire Sacrifice and other stuff, and you plan around having always a few minions, and then like a bunch of cards become good. Like Darkfire Sacrifice is just a good version of Flash Reincarnation because you always have minions, and then this is good because it's always giving you a 6/6. So I think this is a good card. Worth noting, it's also, you can summon it off that thing that's like Dying Wish, summon a minion with Dying Wish. Maybe that could be a cool deck, I don't know. We're like almost halfway through the set, damn. Yeah, we are halfway through the set. Autarch's Gifts. Equip 2 random Vitruvian artifacts for 6. If you get Spine Cleaver as one of them, then this is really good, because that's only 1 more mana than Spine Cleaver. I feel like this has a lot of whiff potential. I feel like it's like all right overall, but I think it's too inconsistent to be a good card. Because if you don't get Spine Cleaver, the value of this drops like enormously. Although, there's Staff of Yakir, which is the two attack one. There's the one that is 3 attack, and the thing that you attack has 1 attack. And then there's Blast, and then there's Spine Cleaver. So actually, you can really only get 1 bad one. Yeah, this seems okay actually. Maybe this will see play. The cost is right. This card is super good. I saw this before we started opening cards. Good card. Gives you lots of board clear. The fact that it also has Force Field is, I think, really good. I'm curious if your Bloodborne spell being Tempest means that it costs 2 mana, or does it still cost 1 mana? Doesn't make a huge difference, but yeah, probably a good card. I'm glad because it will destroy Abyssian Swarm decks, which I don't like. Whiplash plus this makes me angry because it's just more Songhai face damage that makes you race really hard, but it's a good card. Like, I think it's a good card. I hate Songhai, so if you don't hate Songhai, feel free to attack me in the comments and I'll politely respond or not. I just really don't like Songhai. I'm sorry. Necrotic Sphere, I saw this before. Yeah, it's just that I feel like Abyssian, you don't really care about being near your opponent that much, so you aren't near their minions that much. This card is kind of weird because it sort of runs counter to the like Demonic Lure type of removal that Abyssian has, where you play like Repulsor Beasts and Demonic Lure. But I think it's a good card. It's pretty hard removal, like pretty hardcore removal. Seems good in Cassava more than the... Oh yeah, this is one I saw before. So yeah, this is how Swarm decks are going to deal with all the stuff that I was just talking about that makes Swarm decks questionable. I think this card is pretty strong. 1 mana 1/2 that has an ability that buffs things up seems pretty good. Prison Barrier. Give a friendly minion Force Field for 2. We'll have to see how much people play Silences. I really like the animation. That's cool. This might be good. Might be good. We'll have to see what kind of removal people are playing after all this sorts itself out. Cobra Strike. Deal 3 damage to an enemy minion and the enemy general. Didn't we already have this card? This seems familiar somehow. Anyway, more cards that are just Songhai deals nothing but damage. So, Rancor. Spelled in a... Whenever your general takes damage, this minion gains that much attack. Excuse me, yes? Yes. 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 This minion has... Yes. Yes. Deal 4 damage to the enemy general, both players draw a card. Yeah, that's good. That's really weird as a Magmar card. This is like a Songhai card. Sort of, not that both players drawing. What in the world? Yeah, this is pretty good. I think this is pretty strong. What I like is that this gives like Starhorn decks a little bit of reach. I'm definitely going to play this card. This card is good. Also gives Magmar some cycling effects, which it was lacking before. Meltdown, yes, Ragnaros. If you've played Hearthstone, we have Ragnaros now. Yeah, I think this is good, I guess. I think dealing damage to a random enemy is less good in Duelyst than it is in Hearthstone, but go figure. It's still a pretty good card. The price is right, as I've said several times. Give a friendly minion or general backstab 2. Oh, okay. So maybe this is how that card that pulls minions behind your general is going to be good, because we have this now. This seems pretty strong, although keep in mind you can silence it off if you put it on your general. Cryptographer. Neutral. Ooh, 2 mana 2/2, opening gambit, refresh your Bloodborne spell. Yeah, that's good, sure. It's solid. It's solid. This is going to end up being in some kind of combo deck with that other card that makes your Bloodborne spell, quote, awesome. Or maybe just... Huh. Yeah, this is a good card. I'm not sure if this will see play, though. I don't know. A 2/2 for 2 is just like... It just dies through a general attack, so it really doesn't do anything. So I'm concerned about that, but... I'm not sure. This card is just my favorite. Like, probably my favorite card in this entire expansion. I was waiting to open this one so I could talk about it. So, yeah, you play this with Winter's Wake, and which animates all the walls and makes them, like, 4/4, and you just win a lot. This card is hilarious. Not sure if it's actually good, but it's very funny. Myriad. Summon a random wall. They're really pushing the walls thing for Vinar. Yeah, I can dig it. This is okay. It's a 3 for 3, and then you get walls. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't do a lot. The wall doesn't really do anything unless you play Winter's Wake. In a lot of cases, although if you get lucky and get a Bone Chill barrier, then you're summoning 2 Vesper. Go figure. I don't know. Maybe it's good. It's not terrible. This is the thing I was talking about where Obelisk can attack. It can move too. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it gets your Obelisk into trouble, and that's not really what you want, but a lot of time they get silenced or something, so I guess that's good. Cool idea, though. Cool idea. Okay. Getting near the end. This card is super good. It's kind of like that Abyssian card that's like 2 mana, everything below 2 whatever becomes a 1/1 with no abilities. I think this card is pretty strong, but it's not as strong as this card. Oh baby. Oh my god. This is gonna make aggro decks so happy. Like, this card basically just says you win the race. Like, if you are in a race, you win the race. Super good card, super good card. Frigid Corona, another card I saw. Stun an enemy, draw a card. Yeah, that's good. It's tempo. Stun an enemy, you can stun their general and keep them in place. Yeah, this is wicked good. Yeah. Also, just anything that provides like some meaningful effect for 2 or less mana and then you draw a card is gonna be good. If that card were 1 mana, it'd be gross. Not in a good way. Yes, Excelsius. So yeah, if you haven't seen this card, this is like the big, like, GTFO, like, World Destroyer minion that Lionar gets. I think it's probably pretty good. It's just like it doesn't... It's 8 mana and it doesn't give you anything right away. We've had so few cards that, I mean, even are 8 mana, but let alone that are good. Like, it has to do a lot. I mean, and it does. Like, if it lives, you basically win. So, I don't know, I guess it's okay. I just, like, my question would be, if you play this card, like, how are you gonna get your opponent to not have removal? Like, what kind of deck are you gonna play that you get to the late game, and yet you've also played so many threats that they no longer have removal? And also those threats have been you've been healing that whole time. I'm not saying it's not possible at all, I'm not quite sure how you do it. This card, yeah, this was actually the first card from this expansion I saw, and I don't know how I feel. I see blowout potential with Spine Cleaver Saj decks and this card. Definitely some blowout potential there, obviously. But it seems a little weak. The body's not that good. I think this card needed to be a 3/4, because Frenzy is not relevant. It's relevant like 50% of the time, you know? And you also have to put yourself in danger to use it, so... Frenzy, I mean. I don't know, it might be good. It might be good. It's really good with a lot of the weapons, so... Yeah. So this card, this is a good last card, because it raises a question for me. If you've played Magic or Hearthstone, I don't really know why this card is Abyssian. I know why for this game it's Abyssian, but I feel like Abyssian's design space doesn't really do... like, destroy damage things. Like, you know, Abyssian's design space cares about damaged. In my mind, that would be more like Lionar or Magmar or... I don't know. But it's a good card. I mean, it's a very good card. Super good card. Auto-include in every cast of a deck, basically, because it's a 2 mana hard removal spell. Yeah, super good card. I'm just not sure it should be. I think it might be too strong. Like, it just doesn't really belong in Abyssian. Or, you know, it doesn't belong. I just mean, like, flavor-wise. Anyway, there you go. That's the whole set. So, oh, baby. Alright, we've got all the new cards, and I'm gonna make some decks and play around. Let me know what your favorite cards from Rise of the Bloodborn were. Let me know if there's anything you didn't like. Let me know if you have a bone to pick with me about my dislike of Songhai. I don't really care, but I will listen to you. I hate Songhai a lot, and I care about you, viewer, much more than I like Songhai. Have a nice night, and enjoy the new expansion. I'll see you next time.